Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yes, I'm seeing the levels on the microphone. We are good. Welcome to episode 39, year 502, part 2 of the Great Pendragon campaign. I'm your host. I'm your game master. I'm your MC, Merrick. I'm super happy to be here. Colin,
Yeah,
Jim, how are you all doing?
Same.
doing great. It's a special spicy surprise to have some Pendragon on a different day.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
it's like when your parents have like a date night when you're like 7 and you're like, oh shit, I get to have mac and cheese for dinner tonight. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I haven't been playing the music just simply because I'm afraid of DMCA stuff, y'all. So sorry I haven't been. That's why they've been kind of quiet lately.
Hmm.
That's been on my mind. Yeah, but yeah, it's Thursday. It's not Monday. We are here. We are ready to rock and roll. I have a stanza for us as always, and this is by Edgar Guest. It's when you're up against trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. Which I feel like is good for both of you.
Yes.
So, we have a couple things to go over today. Reminding that it is sort of like a light year. You all are free to do as you do. There's a little bit from last session. I wanted to remind us about how we originally were going after Siagrius, but then Lord Satirius and Duke Ulfius were like, maybe not this year. You keep it
Yeah.
together, and you're like, oh yeah. So I think there are a couple things I had written down that I know to remind you all and refresh you all about like objectives. One was you wanted to actually get and become more friends with Sir Cadlo, the child of Sir Freyed, because Sir Freyed passed away, and they're going to keep that manor, or at least that's your goal, right?
Right.
And then the other things was raiding and winter phases, as far as things you identified. But in case there's something else that's coming to mind, just so you all know that those were the stuff that I pointed out. Oh, raiding as well, of course, right?
Yeah.
Raiding.
Yeah.
Cannot de-emphasize raiding. Maybe a feast. Is there something about a feast?
Yeah, I remember. I think I wanted to do something, organize something for the big stone thing I'm putting in the river,
Yeah.
right? And having a kind of commemorative feast for that, um, a confederation only feast of like, hey, we're
Yeah.
unofficially a thing, but wouldn't it be cool if we like had a secret handshake?
Right. Yeah.
Well, as long as yeah, I think that would be okay. The first okay. I would think we could probably start there. So how have you explained this sort of idea to everyone in the Born yet, or is this still kind of like a quiet thing between you two?
This would be when I would explain it to them. This and give them like the chance to opt in or out, right? Because like this is not the Confederation. This is like kind of a frippery in a sense, but it's the kind of necessary, I think, symbol or metaphor that this otherwise very political thing needs.
Yeah. Symbolism and ceremony is how this becomes legit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we to be recognized as power brokers is important, but not necessarily enduring, because power is a fickle thing. Ritual and ceremony will turn a pragmatic thing into a cultural thing, and that's I think where we generally want it. We want the Born to become kind of unified. So yeah,
Yes.
it's going to be a feast, and it's going to be like in or out if you want. There's no pressure here. Unlike us asking you to contribute towards defense, there is no pressure for this aspect. it's also just a chance for you to talk shit directly to my face, and neither of us end up bleeding.
Right.
Yeah, and a good way to gauge who's all in and who's just maybe a fair weather member.
Yep. We'll have those, no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, as you're pitching this idea, I think I don't think a lot of people are going to be super opposed to you all. Like, you all have sort of established yourselves as fair and just as far as leadership goes, willing to defend each other, and you have, accrued a little bit of loyalty there. However, maybe Sir Kinrain, who's currently living in Edmundston, maybe feels a little differently. Not maybe, he does feel differently about it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to push against the feast, obviously, but he just will recommend that perhaps we have a mass or something like that beforehand and kind of do a little more of the religious parts of things.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I think Gareth's instinct would be to add a fucking church representative to the ritual, but I don't think that's a good idea.
So
right?
let me walk back for a second then. Because would Gareth have anticipated that maybe Sir Kinrain would have done this, and you've already been like, huzzah, well, I have already done this thing? Is that sort of like Gareth's style, or is this sort of like you?
No, I think Gareth would have kind of
going with the flow.
made an assumption that it would be okay, and been like, hey, my priest is going to preside over the whole thing. It's like, wait, what?
Would it be possible to get Father Tathan?
You didn't ask Father Tathan, but it's possible.
I mean, would it be? Yeah, I think that if we're gonna have one, we might as well have Bishop Sarum. Right?
I don't think so. No? He's the Bishop of Sarum. He doesn't live on the Bourne.
He used to.
And Afraid the Mule used to be alive.
So is your objection then that it would signal a sort of dependency?
It would. It would signal dependency. Further, I think it would undercut that this is a confederation by and for those who live along the Bourne River. We've not invited Stratford or Stowford or Newton into this because they're not part of the river.
Have you also...
Go ahead. Perhaps we invite a different member of the clergy from the river each year. So one year it might be, the religious representative from Kimpton or Tidworth, and the next Chalderton, and the next after that Laverstock, or so on. And that means that sometimes it's not going to be British Christian, sometimes it'll be Roman, sometimes it'll be pagan.
Yeah. I think it is appropriate if it was your priest, given that it's your land, your money. And I like the idea.
It costs a lot, yeah.
I mean, ultimately, I think your vote is the deciding factor there, Gareth's vote. But there's something my brain is all over the place. But yes, I agree. I think that signaling that this is for us, for the residents of the Bourne, those of us who are manor holders and dependents. The prestige of someone from Sarum would be undeniable, but it would send mixed messages.
Is this open to other people's discussion and opinions, or is this, again, just quietly y'all?
I am actually imagine this is like the informal, not the feast itself. This is like when people are filtering in, we're just hanging out, having some drinks by the stables. Because, it's only like 10 nights total that are going to be at this feast, It's not going to be huge.
Right.
So, it's like kind of everyone can speak their mind informally.
So, Miff's biting into some jerky, and is just going like, are we hunting? Tell me, please don't say there has to be a hunt. I hate these things.
There shan't be a hunt. Unless someone calls for it, which I won't.
Good.
And the ceremony by the rock, I think, will be a simple affair. We wade out there with our weapons, place our weapons on the rock, air what grievances, and resolve them as we can, and reaffirm our oaths to one another.
I think in nature, or in the spirit of the board itself, this is a voluntary. There's nothing coercive or punitive
Indeed.
about it.
You're still a member of the Confederation if you choose not to wade out into that bloody river. It's going to be cold, I'll tell you that.
Ah. Well, I'm not afraid of no cold. Another bite. All right.
Beginning
Sounds
to like
good to
Sir
me.
Miff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, everyone's like, yeah, I mean, feast, sure. There's definitely not a lot of like hip hip hooray about this whole like circle of the rock thing. Like they're like, okay, like there's not a lot, like they're not really sold on the symbolism of it. But so when you say grievances, what is it? What do you mean? And that maybe like be Sigbert looking over at Sir Miff.
Well, part of being neighbors is occasionally having disagreements over where blackberry bush is. And if we are to protect one another's lands, we must have a unity of purpose that occasionally transcends these issues. We want to have a space where these issues can be resolved, and so that they don't infringe on one's duty to another member of the Confederation. You know that you're going to be heard no matter if you're speaking to a Lord Banneret or just another bachelor knight. Not bachelor knight, vassal knight. Some of you, Miff, have no problem speaking with a Lord Banneret with a certain familiarity. Others may not have that grace of confidence, but each should hear and be heard.
Someone else, nondescript, has speaking role for the part. It's like, here, we have all shed blood, and we are all family, and we shall be able to discuss things as family. Like that, your speech does get to the point, and people are about it, right? Yeah, because like technically, like no one's gonna be like, I'm afraid of redressing grievances with you. It's like, no way, dude. You all like literally fought and defended your lands together. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Huzzah to that.
And further, there will come a day when we are not alive, and it is our heirs, our assignees, who may stand before that rock. It cannot be the strength of me or Erwin's personality which binds us all together. It must be the sinew from one to the next. I mean, obviously I'm dying after Erwin, but...
I had taken that as a given, how many times that you've met death at its door.
Yes.
Certainly you don't mean this in perpetuity. Until
Question.
Lady Agenna gives us a break, perhaps a proper castle north of the Bourne. Or west, someone says. Or we haven't discussed the location. Hold on. yeah, but you know what I mean?
I think
like, wait a sec, what do you mean perpetuity? Like this is it's gonna be a while, but there's certainly stipulations here.
Why not? Are we not stronger for this confederation? Are we not safer? Have we not some confidence that if someone burns down our blackberry bush, at least it won't be our neighbor? And in fact, that very neighbor will take up arms to find the bastard that did it.
And Miff takes another bite out of jerky, be like, no, it would be an Earl upset with us.
Precisely.
The Earl.
we are here to ensure that whoever sits in Sarum as a cadre of loyal vassals strong and united to pledge their loyalty to them, whether it's Lady Jenna or whoever comes after her. For as long as we need, that is as long as the Confederation should stand.
Myth's older than you. You probably don't remember Earl Roderick's father. Covetous man. Yeah. Like, covetous lech. Like, she spits. Like, she's speaking ill of the dead of the Earl. Like, clearly this is bad, but like they have bad blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yes.
It's not enough for just sometimes a simple fear will drive someone to strike at their best friend. And what then? Do we fight our own Earl?
We haven't fought an Earl. If you think we haven't fought a Castellan, at least, you haven't been paying attention. Salisbury is not, and I would wager, has never been, and despite my hopes, may never be, entirely united. The petty ambitions of men like a younger me will always tear at these sinews.
Or younger me
now. Myth, we all know that you were born 52 years old.
Fair enough. I'll shut up.
There will always be covetous castellans, lecherous earls. There may always be a hammer that falls on us at one time or another. But something like this confederation, in perpetuity, may lessen the blow, may make us durable against the selfish and craven dispositions of those who may seek to upend us, whether they're from Salisbury or Silchester. I'm not saying we're going to fight an earl, or even that it is the purpose of this confederation, but all things considered, would you not rather your children, your children's children, be able to fight an unjust, craven earl? Would you have them kneel where you would not?
Everyone, do you mean it when you say that?
Yeah.
Because you're like immediately probably should take a loyalty like down one, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're literally saying that like you don't think there's chances you could take down your Earl, and like everyone's like no question. Like everyone's like what?
I'm speaking about the practical ability to fight an Earl, not the ideological okayness to fight an Earl.
Oh, well, I was sorry. I was definitely hearing the ideological justifications for rebelling against an Earl.
Okay. No worries. No,
never mind. You don't have to take the hit then if that's what you meant.
I'm saying if an Earl is coming after you, right?
Yeah.
Or you're going to defend yourself. Would you not rather be able to defend yourself well or poorly, right? If this asshole is coming at you. Yeah, I understand it's still an iffy line to tread.
It's an iffy line, and but I think we will sidestep it. We will sidestep it because I have another line of inquiry to follow up with. Sigbert mentions, but what's stopping one of us being an opportunist and opening themselves up to an enemy to go through their lands? It's myth.
The rest of us.
I would never.
That's what's stopping one of us.
If you suspect one of us, Sir Sigbert, this is the place to air that in the open.
That rock. That's exactly what that's for. I paid a lot of money for that rock.
Look, you and your rock, whatever. Men, whatever. Just, there's already rumors being spread around people. There's already mistrust, but I'm afraid someone would be bribed, and then that gate door and our bonds would be meaningless as that Earl, that warlord, that tyrant, that Saxon comes to our land, and this is all for naught.
While Sigebert's saying that, is Sir Gwen here?
Yeah, for sure.
Are they... What's their reaction to all this?
That's a good question. Let me ask. Let me roll. Let me ask. Let me ask the Oracle.
Ask the dice. Yes.
Let's test their prudence. No, they are not prudent. So yeah, they're like, hey, now that's out of line. And like they're yeah, absolutely. Sorry, like Sir Nesta would probably say like that's out of line, or to yeah, because like Sir Gwen's not here, right? Like Sir Gwen like isn't a part of this, right? Like Sir Gwen is under like Duplan and what's his name? Amik.
Yeah.
So like yeah. So this is like Nesta feels attacked when this happens. So yeah. So Sir Nesta goes, yeah, absolutely, like what I said.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot that Gwen.
Yeah,
Sir Gwen
and Sir Nesta's kind of then and then Sir Nesta's like embarrassed. That's what I just wanted to make sure in my head when you said. I was like, wait a second, I have this wrong in my head, but we're good. We're good. Sir Nesta like realizes they kind of lashed out, and I think they're just gonna kind of like walk off for a minute, like and cool down.
Mm-hmm. I have no doubt that outsiders will seek to divide us. I have no doubt that they will use whatever means to do so, whether they be from Salisbury or outside. We represent the potential for a threat, the potential for a unified group, a faction that could work against the established powers. There is nothing that we can do to eliminate those fears, but we can help avoid them by not giving them a reason to suspect.
Rest assured, we may protest our honor many times as we want. As I have disclaimed my ambitious youth. And yet, even in this confederacy, there are those who look on me as the old schemer. That is how Salisbury will look on us. Always as power brokers, as rabble rousers. But we need not adopt that as a truth to ourselves. Not when we can swear before each other and before God, be better.
So, Sigbert, is there something specific that has concerned you, or is it simply a fear of yours?
Sigbert's a warrior. And another bite. Sigbert's now. No, I'm just worried that, despite how some people grow old and never seem to die, like pointing over to myth, especially in castles, I wonder if their children, said to inherit such lands, will feel the same about you.
I cannot say. I do not know what the future holds for myself, my children, or anyone else's.
Yeah.
But here and now, we need each other.
Oh, no question.
And if this doesn't survive our deaths, then so be it. But if it prolongs our life, then I will swear whatever oaths of loyalty and bond with all of you, regardless of how I might personally feel about you.
Then on a more practical matter, our lands are quite spread despite being on the river.
Mm-hmm.
We can't always be out on patrol. We can't ask the same people to be on patrol. What shall we do for our common defense? Basically, are you going to institute some sort of tax? Like, are you going to and hire levies? Like, are you going what are you going to do? Or is this it?
A look at Erwin we instituting a tax would be a big no.
Yeah.
That would be crossing a line.
Yeah.
And I think
the benefits of having that though I want to make
hire
very appealing.
mercenaries would be awesome.
Yeah. Right. Like it's appealing. I might even say that you don't even get to get rated. Like it would, like you could roll twice at disadvantage, like something like really appealing. If you actually had your own defense.
I think Erwin would see in that look the gears and cogs behind Gareth's eyes. Like, we cannot do this, but if we could, how?
Who collects it? Yeah, who
collects it? Yeah, that's the thing is I bear no
now. There's
title.
a lot of like rambling, right? They're like, no, I would never. Yeah, but you're not the ones getting rated every. Like then this. It's starting to like get spread around and sound more.
I bear no title. I have no authority over anyone here other than a promise that I will lead whatever forces we have, whoever can make the call into battle to the best of my ability. And if I should fail, if I should lose the confidence of any of you, then I expect you to come to me with those concerns. I expect you to call me and to address me, whatever grievances you have. We have no authority to tax or raise levies. We have only what our manors provide us. Sometimes the enemy will break through. There are times when our manors will be burned and raided. We cannot stop that. We cannot stop the tide that will continue to crash against our walls. And if that is the assurance that you need, then I suggest that you rescind whatever oaths you have sworn and seek shelter and defense elsewhere. So basically, Erwin's like, if you're not all in to do this, yourself, if you're not going to bootstrap yourself up, then, that's not what we're here for.
It's true.
And
it's true.
Can you make an oratory test for me, please?
Ooh, Erwin's terrible at this.
Yeah.
Speech time.
At the same time, Gareth turns, so his back is facing everyone else, and he's talking out the side of his mouth to Erwin because I actually think I know a way to make.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Erwin just comes across as sanctimonious.
Right. You do come off as sanctimonious. However, smoothing things out is Sir Kinrain, who comes in and kind of placates folks, being like, now, I think what he means is that this is a question about faith. And, and kind of spins it into a religious thing and is able to salvage anyone from getting too mad at you and coming off that way.
Thank you, Sir Kinrain.
Yeah. And he gives you that sort of look like, I know what I did and I just helped you out. We're going to talk later.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I expect that Sir Kinrain and Erwin are going to be closely tied to each other for.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I have value, right? Now let's talk about this feast. And that's sort of the part where
I'm to drink and eat.
Yeah, we've do we do the sword and the waiting thing now and then we do the feast, or is it after? Or I'd rather do it before eating.
Yeah, because Gareth is trying to set the mood. He's going to wear his just white clothes, right? Just plain clothes, not armor, nothing with his livery. It's just him with a sword, a naked sword. And he goes out and he's going to put the sword on the stone tablet.
Others, I don't think others are going to go to plain livery. I think some people are going to keep their stuff. They say, I'm sure Sir Miff goes out in her livery going, not all of us got golden chainmail buried under our manors. We got our family names, and we're heading out, and they go wait out and put down their sword. And I think Sir Miff is a big part of this, and really puts down their sword and say, I know I haven't always been the biggest opponent of this, but
we finally gave Sir Miff something that is entirely in their wheelhouse, which is a chance to complain to as many people as possible at once.
Yeah.
And we can't tell her to stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is
Look,
I'd take it. If
I
that
need
was
it
the offer for
good.
me, I'd take it.
there's
yeah, it's true. This is therapy for Myth. Is I think what
when you got a minute after dinner, I would love to talk to you about the Collingburn Wood and what's going on up there. You know, I'm sitting here, it's like, oh god damn it.
Yep. I can't feel anything below my shins right now. Please go on.
Yeah. What do you? And someone else, I feel like someone else shows up too, and it's like this is kind of a weird part as they put down their sword, but like, do you have any advice about what to do when some of your peasants think that you're someone you like is a necromancer? They just point to you.
Yeah, I have experience with overly concerned peasants.
Yeah.
Not this again.
Just awkward. Yeah, and there nobody denies the pass. You all did a good job here.
If I had been a thinking man, I would have written up like the oath that Gareth swears at the end of it. But I did not think ahead. So I did not.
Yeah.
But I would suggest the audience imagine a very handsome and eloquent speech said by this face, up to the standard quality, I think, that you've all come to expect from the stream. You're welcome.
Fantastic. That was a good one.
Great speech.
Yeah. I can't believe you riffed that right off the dome.
Yeah.
Right off the dome.
Right off the top.
Off the noggin. That was some egg noggin right there. Good egg noggin.
Remarkable.
Fantastic.
All right, let's do a quick feast.
Ooh, quick feast.
Do. You all earned this feast.
Hell yeah. I don't think I paid the money for the feast yet because I wasn't sure how much it was. I vaguely remember it was like
It's 10 per card.
10 per card. I'm gonna look at how much money I have before I decide how many cards we're doing.
But you get glory for
10 per round, right? 10 per round.
10 per round.
You do.
I really want to drop 20 gold on this.
You can. Obviously,
can.
not all these people are here at this meeting. At this one, but it's fine.
Estimation. This is like an addiction. I'm just like, I could get, what if I got one more card? I don't fucking spend on anything. I could splurge. Like that's 200
get the
gold.
glory.
I mean 200 glory. I gotta catch up with you somehow. Fuck it.
Sure.
2 rounds. Yeah. We're doing a 2-round feast.
Okay.
2-round feast in this house.
2-round feast.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot.
All right, wait.
That's more expensive than the stone.
So you're not getting, so it's clear, you're not getting 200 glory off the bat for spending 20, right?
Was it not? I thought when you posted a feast, you got glory for it.
Well, you are, but you're not getting it on a 10 to 1 basis.
Gotcha.
After a certain point. I feel like you get 100 glory because it's like the 10 for the feast and a card. But then for 200, you just get whatever the extra next cards are, or 20 glory. It's like, it's not, you don't have more.
Spend more. We couldn't just spin gold indefinitely to get a bunch.
I'm conflating it with the conspicuous consumption.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I was too.
I'm only doing 1 round then. Fuck.
Yeah, sorry to.
No, it's fair.
It's the first one.
Fair.
We don't want to
You're keeping me from overspending on this. That's true. I mean,
you gotta buy your kid a horse soon.
Oh God, thank you. Fuck. I need to buy myself a horse soon.
Not just one either, like 7.
My manor for another Saxon prince in my cellar.
We're gonna. That's true. I still gotta sell that guy.
Hey man, how's it going? I heard you had a pretty good speech.
Yeah, we're just having. At one point I just open the cellar and he hands up a turnip and I start eating it like a fucking apple.
Oh man, that guy.
Yes.
The fucking idiot.
Okay, yeah, one round feast, like some bachelor night. Ugh.
Yep. It's Mind Dog. of Thornbrush Castle. All right, round feast. Let me get rid of these cards. Put them in the deck. Recall all. Shuffle. Shuffled. Go.
Okay.
Appearance test.
Yeah,
I think
Ross.
you automatically get to roll above the. You're automatically above the salt.
Yeah, I am.
So-
I'm above the salt by virtue of hosting, which
Yeah.
means I
Gives you
can't
2
draw
glory.
cards anyway.
Means you can't draw cards.
It's fine. I can still get
Switch us
geniality
to the
with my.
feast screen. But I'm using the Easter one because I don't have a backup one set up for you. Also, sorry. I'll create one for the board because it's going to be like a yearly thing.
Probably going to be pretty regular. Yeah.
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 Is it even worth it if you can't draw cards?
I'm in pain. I'm in
You can
physical
intrigue.
pain.
You can game.
No,
you can intrigue.
I'm gonna get drunk. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you're the host. Why
I'm
not?
the host. I can
Um,
actually get, but I'm not very indulgent, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be
You don't have to test indulgence to get drunk at your own feast. You can get drunk at your own feast.
no. So I think that means I'm gonna get drunk quicker because I'm not good at it. No, there's a whole thing that I remember.
Is Erwin rolling appearance too?
Yeah, you have to roll your appearance.
I got that one time I got it, even though
Hello, salt.
Oh, yeah. It's like who is in charge of the seating around?
Now, yeah. No, hold on. Now this is literally Gareth's house, right?
Yeah.
You probably should make a roll that there has been some sort of mistake. I think maybe you have to test pride or something like that, but like you should clearly you should be seated closer to him, right?
Yeah.
At least I think so.
I think
if that's-
that's in the book. Is that the player knight like literally gets to like set the seating?
Yeah. You can. I would allow that.
But yeah, no. I mean, Gareth would at least put you near the salt.
Yeah, it's your party.
Near the salt is fine. I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like unless you want to be above the salt, I wasn't gonna because.
How awesome would it be? They'd be like, if I don't get
don't-
to draw cards, or when you don't get to draw
Yeah.
cards, up here at the
Sure,
soul
right.
with me, but
Neither of you.
No, I would much rather voyeuristically watch Jim draw cards than neither of us draw cards.
yeah,
At least
Sure.
someone's
Yeah,
drawing
yeah.
the cards.
Yeah.
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
it's Garrett's feast. He's playing the host. I think Erwin, is amongst the rest. I mean, there's only 10 of us, like you said.
It's
I
also
don't-
I think it's
Honestly-
just me and my spouse are the only ones above the salt. Like it's not a
Yeah.
big feast.
yeah, it's not a big feast. Yeah.
What I would like to do in the future, if you are up for it, I could
Mhm.
create little like handouts for some other nights, and we could draw some. If you ever wanted to host feasts and like you both be there, then we can actually just play other characters
Yeah.
drawing cards, and we can just draw cards.
Because they might draw a host card.
Yeah, and then you get to interact with them. How fun would that be to play Confederation of the Born folks? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be really fun.
that
Yeah.
would be really fun.
We can do that sometime.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I can get
Alright.
that set up.
So I'll draw.
Yeah. Three cards, right?
Oh, host card. Yeah, 3 cards.
No hosts.
Let's see, we got no hosts. Those bandits. Local knight mentions having trouble with bandits. Roll hunting.
Nope.
No. Drunken lout. A drunk knight dancing clumsily bumps into you. Forgiving versus vengeful. And mead. Large keg of fine mead is brought and opened. Temperate versus indulgent. That one feels right.
Yeah. No, it's better than that. Are you going with the mead?
I think I'm going to go with the mead. Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
this is an inaugural feast.
No, this is
Late.
better. This is better than this. So it is the year 502. Colin, you may remember many years back, Tyrmor or somebody approached you about sending money and stuff and your honey to a monastery.
Yes, I actually do remember
And-
that.
Serendipitously, around this time, they show up being like, my lord, you gave us your honey and bees at the start, and we wish to give you thanks and praise for helping us and being such a generous, and apparently they have dogs.
Fantastic.
And yeah, so it's the mead. It's the mead that's originally from your all's start.
Yeah.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
All right. Temperate versus indulgent. Temperate
Yes.
wins. Indulgent. Indulgent also wins.
But temperate's higher.
Temperate's higher.
Temperate
Oh, yeah,
wins.
yeah. That's true. Then I congratulate the host on their fine choice.
Mm-hmm.
+1 geniality. Great. Excellent, Gareth.
Thank
That
you.
was a
It's
good
from a
choice.
random event earlier in the campaign.
I recall that brief, vaguely. Those monks really came through. So yeah, I think that just having a big drinking party, no hunting, no pressure,
Yep.
No hunting.
no hunting, no having to
No
like keep your cool
hunting.
in front of your
Yeah.
feudal
Yeah.
lords.
No, it's way more of a party.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's gonna lose a finger.
Yeah.
Hope not. Sick. Oh, food.
Yes, please.
Fat capons. I think you get the choice of the three as host.
Ooh.
Fat
Ooh.
capons, broth with bacon and peas. It's not soup. It's just broth with bacon
Just
and peas.
broth.
Yeah. Well, so what
Or-
season are we in?
Okay.
Like, what's the weather like?
Summer.
It's summer. Gotta go with custard and bone marrow pie then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right? That's a classic summer food.
classic summer food. I love bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
And the custard. Custard is, it's a word that I don't know what it tastes like, but it has a taste. It, like, to say custard, you're like,
Say custard. Yeah,
taste something.
Isn't it like
already.
whipped? It's like, is it not whipped eggs?
it's basically like
guess.
unfrozen
sugar?
ice cream. Like
Yeah.
ice cream's
Yeah.
a kind of custard, right?
Yeah, it's like eggs and sugar mashed together.
Technically, mayo's a custard.
Yeah. Except
Yeah,
there's no
so-
sugar, so it's like beets, sugar beets, or whatever else they use for sugar before sugar cane.
What is it? What is it? Duquettes. Yeah. Sweet egg custard tart with minced meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bone marrow's delicious.
It is. It really is.
It really is. It's like it shouldn't be, but it really is.
All right.
So there's a place that unfortunately in the age of COVID shut down in that was in my old neighborhood. That their shtick was they used all the bits from the butcher that were not traditional cuts, right? So like after every cut you can think of is gone, they would buy the rest from local butcher shops and make these incredible meals. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
each week you'd go there and it would be something different, and it would always be some part of the animal that you had to Google. And
Right.
I don't even know, is this from
Never
the
heard of
back
this,
half
yeah.
or the front half?
Tripe.
Right.
So,
But it was always fantastic. And one of their things was like, use more, like buy more adventurous cuts. Just, shank is good. A nice lamb shank. Who doesn't like that?
Sure.
Be
Yeah.
more adventurous with your cuts.
Right.
adventurous cuts. I like that. And the
Sounds
other
like the name of a deli.
the other big thing is that like a lot of medieval dishes, like like you would like cook with like sheep eyeballs, like it's fine. Like it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna die of dysentery in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Why not eat
Like-
some eyeballs?
What else you gonna eat?
Yeah, like they're not you're not like super picky and like only getting like the fine stuff. They're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Works for me.
What are we? 21st century Americans? Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's not a big deal.
So because I'm not drawing cards,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna indulge. I'm just gonna get drunk. I was thinking of like maybe gossiping, but no, Gareth is like, this is a celebration. I'm celebrating. I've got my hot new spouse. We're gonna bang. That's new for me. It's having a sexually adventurous.
We're going
marriage.
riding.
Yeah.
That's a euphemism.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes with my ex, we just play chess all night. And that was really hot in its own way. But this is cool too.
You haven't even failed your intemperate. Do you just want to auto fail? Like do you just want to indulge?
No, because I have to pass to get the geniality.
Oh, okay.
And my indulgence is not good, so it's actually, I don't know, it's good practice.
Yeah.
I fail indulgent.
Oh no.
So I get intoxicated.
Yes. Oh right. Yes.
So I do not get the.
You get drunk.
I get drunk. I don't get the geniality.
But
unless I'm.
No. Is your energetic 16? At least
higher than that. Yes.
And you don't have to pass. You don't have to test if you fall asleep or not. No,
Okay, cool.
you automatically succeed in being drunk all night as much as you want.
Yeah.
You get to choose because your energetic is so high. You choose when you pass out.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a cool superpower?
Yeah, that's. God, I wish I had that.
Yeah, me too. It'd be great.
Then I could just go to sleep.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I love sleeping.
Good stuff. Okay.
Okay. Good stuff.
A little feast.
Yeah. And this is like a happy moment. Like everyone's enjoying it. There's no like tension here. Yeah, like I know it kind of started a little rocky. People were concerned, bringing up a lot of like you're mentioning these long-term stuff, but that all that questioning, all of those doubts go right away as soon as the mead's brought out, right? And since then, It's just been good times.
Everyone's full of bone marrow, slashing with mead, and good times rolling.
Yeah, and also this has just been a great year as far as weather goes. Y'all have like kind of noticed like it's been rainy when it's supposed to be rainy, sunny when it's supposed to be sunny. Nothing, no bullshit, no bugs, no weird storms. It's just been a pretty quiet,
Beatles.
No beetles. It's been a good time for everyone. And like that's certainly like came up a few times, being like, man, hasn't this been weird? Like, do you remember the last time we had a good year like this? Like, God, I don't know, like 486? Like I don't even remember. Like it's been forever since we've had a fair year. Yeah.
Nice.
Right? They're like, God. And like I feel like there's a lot of like commemoration for some people here being like, God, we're getting old. It's weird. Yeah. Right? Especially with like the young squires around and just like, dude, you remember that guy? Like that kid used to be like 6. What happened?
You know? Oh, they grow up so fast.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Exactly. Like there's a lot of like just joking and just a lot of us ragging on each other in like the best of ways, right? Just taking the piss out of each other. Like and you're
talking
like
about the last few battles that we fought.
Yeah, and like you think it's like there's no way, and then they pull out their squad like there's no way this kid would have survived St. Albans. There's no way. He's a goner for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's this like a very like blasé joke just taking the piss out of like the fresh squire because like you all got kind of like not everyone gets. It's not like everyone immediately ages out and everyone gets a new one. Like obviously in real life there's a little bit of wiggle room here, but like in general, like there's no way this kid would like there's just ragging on these people of the new batch of kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we got new squires. I've already forgotten mine.
Yeah, Luello.
God damn it! I chose the one with the 19 vowels in a row in the name. Yeah.
Yeah, you're Luello and Gweneby.
Gweneby.
They do not cause any ruckus. Despite their best efforts, they do not get into any trouble requiring your attention this feast. Congratulations.
Nice. Despite Gweneby's talkativeness.
Mm-hmm. Nothing bad is afoot.
Yeah, let them have fun.
Yeah. Like, do I incentivize you having feasts enough? Like, do you feel like you should earn some kind of checks? I feel like if you wanted to, I don't know.
I would do more if I had more money.
Sure.
I feel like it's one of the. Yeah, I know. I feel like it's one of those things that the further along we get out of the anarchy into more prosperous times, the more of them there'll be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like this is few and far between. Exactly.
This is an indulgence, right? This is a moment of respite. Let's see. Yeah, I found a.
Is this generous?
No.
That was a test.
Sorry, I'm very. I was very quick on the draw here, but at no point was this a self-sacrificing feast in commemorations that did not involve some sort of self-aggrandizement of you.
Yeah, so no, we're same page.
Okay.
I was testing you. Passed.
Of
Nailed
course.
it.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. No, I don't give out that for free.
I found a recipe for Doucet from Henry IV's coronation banquet, 1399.
Wow.
Yeah.
How?
How
Incredible.
doable is it? It's like, because I know some of
Does it
these
sound good?
older like take
cream,
creme,
a good cupful,
a good
yeah.
cupful, and put
Yeah.
it in the strainer. Then take yolks of eggs and put there too, and little milk. Then strain it and pour a strainer into a bowl.
The old cookbooks are amazing. Like all those instructions and recipes are just like make a dough, and you're like,
Make a
okay,
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
yeah, no problem. You meant soft dough, soft crust, right? Like, yeah, or not water crust. Oh, sure. Like, and like everyone has to. There's so much archaeology. There's so much that's been lost into time.
Oh God.
So much of like, how did these people make these helmets? I have no idea. We literally have no idea how the Grecians folks made their helmets. Like we know their shape, obviously. We know what they look like, but we literally do not know the technique how they did it because it's been lost and it was an oratory thing and it's gone. Like
Yeah, it's a
that kind of stuff. It's all gone.
There be times in the history grad program where literally you have a bunch of grad students just like lamenting everything that we can't study.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
What's the word for when you have that textual gap in history?
Lacuna.
Yeah.
Lacuna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was arguing with someone about whether or not we could ever really have outside of something like truly apocalyptic, whether we could have that kind of lacuna with the advent of the digital age, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I think if it all went away.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. Think of all the websites that are gone that you can never go back to. Even now.
Right, even now. But like I just referenced story games, right? That went under. You can still access that.
Yeah.
Wayback Machine exists. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's the Wayback Machine, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about easy to access, right? Because that's different. Easy to access is entirely different, but
it's
like
still accessible.
It's not like one copy of this book and the library gets burned down and then that's
right.
it. There's no more.
I think by volume, we are producing more and retaining more so that the kind of lacuna that we talk about when we talk about like the Dark Ages, we're not going to have that until something terrible, truly apocalyptic happens.
Fair. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. It's and someone's like, well, there are movies we don't have anymore. I was like, yeah, but we have cast lists. We have like scriptural notes. Some of the scripts are preserved online. We have all the advertising material. We have secondary sources that like review the film. So yeah, even if we lost the film, we can reconstruct more than enough to get an idea of what.
Meanwhile, archaeologists are like literally here with less than like half of a sandal, and they're like, shit. How did they fight?
It's like Sophocles was the most prolific like theater writer of his time, and we have 2 of his plays completely, and the rest are fragments or just they don't exist. We just don't know, and we never will.
No more. I was listening to something, I forget, maybe Revolution's podcast, where they're like, oh yeah, there was a movie with Pancho Villa. It's not around anymore. It's like no one knows. There's no copies that know to exist, but it was apparently a great movie.
Wait, that guy? Pancho Villa? He's an actor?
Yeah, because like a Hollywood movie. They made a Hollywood movie out of it and like followed him around and all this. I mean, like it's all stage stuff. Like he's in it. Oh. It's of his life and times, and it's staged and stuff, but it's like not around. There's whatever copies of it existed do not exist anymore.
Believe it or not,
we are so off track, but I love it.
I learned about that movie from the Young Indiana Jones comic book.
Yes. I remember that in the TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. In the comic book, there's a whole episode with Pancho Villa, and they reference that.
So this is a weird side tangent of that, but like, am I misremembering? Was Pancho Villa like at one point, wasn't he like in the same way that the Mujahideen was in like Afghanistan? Like, weren't like the U.S. like using him for something in Mexico? Like, didn't we buy him to
Absolutely.
fight in the Mexican American War or something, and then afterwards we
It was
turned.
well after the Mexican American War, but something similar, yeah.
It was something, but I mean something like that though, right? Like he was like a mercenary or something. We hired for something on the border, and then later on we had to go track him down because he was actually, I don't.
Yep. Well, he attacked somewhere in Arizona, I think.
Yeah.
It provoked the U.S. into a war.
Oh, maybe it was that. Maybe it was just that. Maybe it was just provoking everybody.
It's if I go north of the border and attack a town, then the U.S. is going to come down like a hammer on these people in Mexico I don't like.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember it was way more complicated than what originally, which is also the attack on Pancho Villa was the first time we ever used airplanes or jeeps or something like that. It was Jeeps.
Airplanes.
It was mechanized.
Jeep,
It was mechanized. Yeah. It was the first time we ever did that instead of just pure horses. Anyways, we're super outside of.
We're way off track.
Anyway,
Revolutions podcast.
Somewhere in Egypt, Merlin is sitting around being like, I wonder how we can save information.
Right.
Yep. Cool. So I get 100 glory for hosting plus 1 round of geniality.
+2 for being above the salt.
Yes. Okay. Nice little thing.
I got 2. One for the card, one for the round.
Call this the first feast of.
Oh my god. Spoon mentioned they had to bring in old ass rocket scientists to teach NASA how to build those old SLS rockets. Wow. The reusable Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really like, I forget where I was reading it, but someone was he was in this new building. It was an RPG blog post about this very thing. It was I'm in this new building. It was built 7 years ago, but none of the architects are around. None of the people who built it are around. None of the people who first worked in this building are around. No one knows how to clean or get to this certain part of the building. That's how quickly information gets lost. We know this place in the building exists, to change the air conditioning or something, right? To switch it off or on. And it's just no one knows. They'd have to rip up the walls, tear up the floor. That's how fast it disappears.
Yeah.
It'd be so
crazy.
Fun. That sounds like a good premise for a role-playing game. Kind of like Control or kind of like an SCP kind of situation where you all are brought back to rediscover this thing that is lost together. Sounds like a pretty fun role-playing game. Kind of like a LARPy kind of thing. Anyways. Anyways.
All of this is what our characters are talking about.
Yeah.
Because they're drunk.
Raiding.
Yeah.
You gotta do some raiding today.
So we're doing a raid, not a pillage, right?
Right. Just raiding.
Light raid.
Light raid.
They did, we did say we're not going to do anything big. This is just a light.
Just to tide us over. Little snack.
Make some scratch.
Test battle. Check vengeful. You have Silchester, Rydachin, Salisbury itself. You have Marble. No, you don't have Marble anymore. Sorry. You have Sussex and you have Essex. Marble is currently not a valid raiding target.
Okay, I had written down that last week that we were going to raid Marlborough, but if it's not, then we can pick a different one.
Well, I guess you would learn as the year goes, if that was the one you were interested in, that there are currently 3 people are fighting in Marlborough right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
King Nantilad, the Irish, some Malahud skirmishing forces. Siagrius is there. There's a lot actually going on there, and that place is maybe we shouldn't go there. There's anything that's easy pickings. You just see 9 different formations of banners down a hill. You're no, I'm good. Let's go.
I've had that moment in Total War. Right? Reveal new part of the map. It's there are way too many banners. I'm going home.
Yeah, that's exactly why Marlborough's off the list right now. They're oh no, that isn't.
All right.
Any pigs or ready available horses are already long gone.
Right.
Can we get the map?
The map.
So it looks like we would have Silchester, Raychan.
This one?
Essex.
Yeah.
Essex.
We're not provoking Saxons this year.
Everything colored around is Saxon.
Yep.
game screen.
I would rather not provoke any Saxons or Silchester personally. I
Oh,
think
obviously
Ridichan-
this is yellow is Cornwall. They're not Saxon, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do we raid Cornwall?
You could.
They're not Saxon.
I'm fine with
not-
raiding Cornwall.
Yeah. Nothing personal, Cornwall.
Want to go down to like Donchester?
Just business.
Yeah, Donchester's good.
Donchester?
Oh yeah.
Am I
All right.
not seeing where Donchester is?
Yeah, on the south.
Oh,
near
there it
Dorset.
is.
Next to Dorset.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Both of you independently will test battle and check vengeful.
Yay. My vengeful is starting to creep up. Battle. I increased you last year. Don't fail me. Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. Irwin. That's a fumble for battle.
Well, I also fail against you. Well, okay, so let's resolve these in the order. Colin, you succeeded your battle, and I succeeded my battle. However, you succeeded higher at a tie. So the tie breaks to your favor. Awesome. All I need you to do then here is test sword for me, and this will be like the tiebreaker.
Auto success, baby.
Awesome. Yeah. That's good enough for me. I was gonna say basically you're gonna get the points, but if you kind of didn't roll that high on the sword skill here, you are going to take a wound as sort of like a mixed success kind of thing.
Yep.
Cool. Same thing with you, Jim. It's kind of like a tie, but they got the better of your tie here. So instead, I need you to test 3 things for me. I need you to test horsemanship. I need you to test valor, and I need you to test sword.
Let's do it. If we both fail and you fumble, like, maybe just literally bump into each other. Like everything's fine.
Yeah, you could actually lose money and stuff on this raid for you.
Yeah, sure. Horseman. Valorous.
Jim, you're not
Man.
getting check. You're not getting checks for these ones, but
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Man,
Colin, you can
this
get
is
checked for
not
sword.
His day.
I already have a check for sword.
Okay. All right. So you did fail one. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to be rolling 2d6 and taking the least, and you're also going to be taking 1 set of wounds, which would be slash roll 3d6, and you're not going to ignore your armor. Basically,
armor.
just testing. Did you receive a major wound or not?
Sure. Yeah, let's see.
Like you shouldn't
That's-
receive a major wound unless you roll horribly on 3d6.
Yeah, I've got
but
16 is my threshold, so I will see.
then it should be 46 because that should be closer to like an actual result.
That's 2. For my 2d6, take the lowest.
Okay, so you're taking 2
13.
and
not a major
13.
wound.
Oh, that's not a major wound at all. Okay, yeah, so you're getting beaten up and battered, and you're only getting 2 out of it. So basically, not only did you take the worst of it, at least you didn't lose your horse.
For real.
That could've
How
been
much
worse.
am I making?
You get to roll a straight d6. Okay. Not a lot.
Not a lot. You could just come home with roughed up and penniless.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Sometimes it'd be like, hey, listen, everybody that's come against us has come home that way. So,
Yeah.
That's true.
sometimes it's going to be
And
us.
I think this is a great example of sort of how the times they are changing. You ride off to Cornwall, and Cornwall is not a slouch.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time you're fighting the corner since literally
Tintagel.
Gorlois and Tintagel and stuff. Yeah, and immediately you see that like there are more patrols, like the King's patrols, right? And you're like kind of like dodging those and like kind of getting in, and you realize like, oh man, like you paid a price, paid a pretty heavy price for what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I miss having a king.
So
Yeah.
is that 2
I
that
think that's
Erwin
the-
rolled for the
I think-
2d6? That's his. What's the 2 for?
Oh, it's you had disadvantage,
Yeah.
so you got 2 Librum.
Oh, okay. All right. I
So
gotcha.
rather than rolling straight d6, you're taking the worst of 2 for the money.
Certainly. Gotcha.
Yeah. You really got shafted there, Jim.
Yeah.
Right.
Real strapped.
So like, Gareth comes back, only got the one, where Erwin's back dinged up and cut up and missing maybe a man at arms or something.
Yeah.
It got us. He's an armload of chickens.
Yeah, so it wasn't the best year for raiding. Sometimes
That's
it would be like
glorious,
that though.
Things can be like that. Yep.
You're all okay. Sick. Then anything else you want to do in the fall, or we just do winter?
Let's do winter.
Yeah, let's do winter. I don't have anything else for myself.
Oh yeah, spreadsheet time. All right. Each of you.
39 years old.
Yeah, you already healed.
39 years old.
See if
Chalderton.
Erwin continues to lose.
So weirdly enough, when I roll it this year, you got no results as far as conflicts and calamities go, Erwin. So that's why it's been kind of a quiet year for you. I literally have quiet year for Erwin in my notes.
Nice.
Also, the base misfortune for this year, and the reason why I bring it up, is that it was like only 10, which is really, really, really low.
It's really good.
It's like half as low as it normally is.
Yeah. Well, because we didn't get stomped. That's usually been giving us these +5 and +10 to our misfortunes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go do your skills. Let's go down the list, and let me move you over to the winter phase.
Yeah. Okay. Vengeful continues to tick up. I'm becoming less and less forgiving.
Yeah.
Valorous. Yeah, it's fine. Just as valorous.
Wow, thanks.
Pass.
Blatant Rock, who subscribed today, mentioned that these spreadsheets were a godsend for their own Pendragon campaign. So that's
nice.
Very good.
Matching is a crit, but that's nothing special.
Nothing special. You have to roll higher. Yeah, you have to fail.
Nat 20 on this. Watch. I'm going to roll nat 20 on swords.
Do it.
Oh, it's a dirty 20.
No!
Oh, shit.
No!
Very close.
Oh, man.
All right. That's all for me.
All right, let's see what we got here for one. Energetic, stays the same. Merciful. That's okay. Yep. All
Gotta roll higher.
Gotta roll higher. Vengeful. Stays the same. Deceitful. I forget how he got that, but it goes up.
How did you get that? That was a thing. That was
last
oh,
session.
it was he. Erwin was mistaken for Gareth, and then he was. He was like, "Oh yeah, that was me."
Yes, become the mask.
Right. Let's see.
We get a scene of Erwin trying on one of Gareth's hats, staring in the mirror with Kubrick's stare.
His worldly goes up a tick.
I am
Let's see
here.
what else we got.
Man, Erwin is becoming
Flirting goes up.
Nice.
Spending some time with
dirty
Lady
old
Grey.
man. You're like
really
a man of the world, telling raunchy jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recognize you no more.
Lance stays the same.
Look,
What the fuck is your lance so good?
leadership changes a man.
It does. It really does.
It's true.
My lance is that good because I built a list.
Oh shit! You're getting the auto checks, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wow. Should definitely invest in something like that.
Now.
All right.
All right. Now comes the real roll, right? The aging roll.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
And last 2 years, this is eating Erwin up.
Brace for impact.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jinx myself by mentioning I have yet to be impacted by aging.
Erwin's fine this year. He didn't lose strength and size.
Oh,
that's one.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see which one it is.
D6.
3.
Strength.
That's not a good one.
Sucks.
Strength, yep, goes to a 15. I still got 5d6 damage, that's fine.
That's all.
Hold on to it. Holding on.
Holding on.
Holding.
Death grip. Okay. Household survival.
all your
Quellis,
folks.
uncle-in-law.
We are living regular, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ywain.
And you didn't pay tribute,
Good.
so based
Correct.
on the result of the lifestyle, you may actually just get regular. Unless I roll like an absolute Chad, you all are probably gonna beat me.
Eden is fine. Angarad. And I even have Tiramore. Oh, that was
Annoying. His
uh,
name is annoying in your sheet.
the notes say annoying and clammy hands.
Oh man! All right,
I love it. The annoying skill.
very good.
But
So
they
yes,
survive.
he does bother me this year.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I need you to make a roll for me. One more.
Yeah. Who was that directed to?
Your bard.
Oh, God damn it.
Don't roll below a 5.
Hey, don't roll below 5.
Paid good money for you, skill. Yes. All right. They're okay.
Nice.
They're coming back next year. Good
Good.
roll. Good roll.
All right.
Yep.
Very good.
That's what I love
Okay.
about this game. Sometimes it's like, let's role play, and then sometimes it's like, just don't roll a 5 or you're
Just
dead.
don't roll 5. Yeah. I have so many thoughts. I just read this really good essay by Eero Tuovinen, and fine. It's entirely
we will.
irrelevant. Let's just keep going.
Mhm. All right, so here's Lady.
We love Eero.
Graves.
In this house, we love Eero.
We love Eero.
So,
Eero don't miss.
I'll just roll her. Is this? That's a 2. That's not good.
She's
who's-
not 45, so she's safe.
She is not 45. She's safe. Yeah. And so you don't roll for Gorthrin because he's a squire.
If she's not 45, she rolls again. Right? 15 through 40 household survival.
No, she's 30 something.
Yeah, 15
She's in
through 40.
She's an adult. Oh, am I misreading it?
Oh, yeah,
women.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, you got to
So
roll again. Oh, shit.
Only roll women for married women who are not the player knight's wives. So I don't know what table you roll on. For
Adult.
adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
All
just
right,
assume adult. Oh,
Okay.
That's all
good,
right.
good
She's
read.
gonna go one day.
Good read. That was a roller coaster.
She's
Oh,
gonna go one day.
Close call.
no.
Yeah.
Let's roll. I'm just gonna roll a d6.
Yeah.
For that, a 3. Other. Of course, it's other. God damn it. 8. Oh, so she like had an accident in the house, like something like a trip or like a, I don't know, some kind of like support beam almost came down on her.
Right.
Jesus. But she's okay.
All right. She's good. Okay. So then I'm not rolling for any of the kids who are squires or being tutored.
Correct.
Correct. But I do have an infant. So
Yes.
here we go. Save.
Roll 1d20 already beforehand. Yeah, they're okay. You're good.
Okay.
Now roll. This is your survival roll. That d20 was separate.
Okay. Well, I got a 5 for the survival. For
Oh,
Terran.
perfect. Okay, cool.
This is Lucky Cat.
Yeah.
Lucky Cat's safe.
Good job, Lucky Cat.
And now my retinue. That's good. I have no idea how old these people are either. Kibno's like I have 33 for Kibno.
Sounds about.
Kibno.
Sounds young.
No. He's my
Nice.
youngest brother.
Ooh.
Either way, a 1 is not good.
No.
No,
Second
Gibno, that's bad.
Second
That's a
one.
second roll.
10. Kibno's dead.
Dead.
Hey, wait, is this the Kibno that's not? They're
This
not
is his
married
brother.
to. Is Kibno married to Yvain?
I don't know. I really don't.
I have a
all I know is
Kibno.
that-
No,
Which Yvain?
youngest brother. No, there's a different one. Your cousin.
Yeah.
No, there's another knight named Kibno in my notes.
Okay.
I control F went to the first one. Yeah, this is your younger brother.
His younger brother
Your
dies.
younger brother is
Maybe he dies on the
36.
raid.
He's 36.
36. Okay.
So that's a valid roll. No,
So-
roll a d6 for me, since he's dying on your watch for me.
No. 3.
3.
D20.
Cause of death, male, 3. 3 is other. Roll D20. 5. Exposure.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh,
What happened?
Maybe he gets lost on
Cold.
the raid,
Yeah.
right? Gibno will be back. He knows
Yeah.
his way around these woods.
Oh,
Gibno doesn't come back.
maybe
Man.
he bumbled. That's the fumble.
He was wounded at Merrick Creek and survived.
yeah. I mean,
Nice.
it could be as
He's
simple
coming
as
back.
something as like, if you don't make that fire at night and you just catch a cold and die.
Yeah. He fell in a river.
Yeah.
Something. Woof, man.
Yeah.
All right. That's Gibno. Here goes Bedrog. Bedrog's good.
Oh, God. Now you've also, too, have felt the tinge of death in the winter
Man.
phase. And
Yeah. Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah, right. All right. All the rest of them are safe. Just got to get them to Sarum. Just get them to Sarum.
You know,
right.
no one. I never make a token for death, but death is always there, seated at the high table, just waiting for that
yeah.
lapse. It's there. Death sits quietly there.
Won't you spare me over for another year?
Mm-mm-mm.
All right.
All right.
Economic circumstances.
Ugh. Would I make? I
So
would
Erwin
love. I would love a situation real quick, Gareth. I would love the situation where Gareth has to actually gets to play chess against death, but I don't just for that meme. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So Erwin has no immediate family members left. I don't know if his mother's still alive, but he's lost both his brothers, his uncle, and the only one left is Malengal, who's his first cousin.
Mine Dog's dead, right?
Yeah, he was like in his 50s.
Yeah,
in the 490s. The last
your mom's brother. Your mom's brother's alive, Gwellis.
I don't have him written down anywhere. Like I just Jim does.
Oh,
not
that's
have
Garrett's. That's Garrett's uncle.
Yeah, that's my uncle-in-law.
Yeah, I just had 3 from the beginning. His older.
Yeah. Damn.
Mine died. My mother died last year. I don't have that in my family tree. That's
He's got Malengal's first cousin, who's 37. That's it.
Wow. Wow, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I wrote down the other.
Yeah, there's Melanchol. That's the last one.
Yep. Yvain is my last direct relative. And that's only direct as a cousin. I had one bastard, Ra the Bastard, and that obviously went really well. And they're definitely still alive.
Definitely. They're the ones nailing up all those cow skulls.
I think your mom passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think you had them rolled up on the list.
He had 2 brothers. One of them died at Merrick Creek.
I remember that.
And then Mine Dog, who I'm assuming is dead because the last time Erwin talked to him, he promised to get him a wife, and then that was the last time we saw him. Because that was when he was going to marry that whoever it was that Elaine wanted to get somebody else to marry.
But it was Verumbus.
Yeah. What's
also
right.
Verumbus isn't dead, right?
No. I haven't been rolling for him either.
I wonder if
I've been rolling for any of my vassals.
No. Okay.
All right.
Also,
I haven't been rolling for my vassals either.
Going into next year, I do have to make a note about. There is another death that comes close. For you, Colin, or Gareth, Amlin, Angered's brother, has passed away in a raid. Amlin is the owner, or the manor keeper of Pinnacle. So it's open again.
Fuck. All right.
Oh, the one last year, the one
cursed
that you
one.
had.
Yeah, I gave it.
Cursed.
I gave it
Oh shit.
cursed. Yeah, this is not good. It's legitimately bad.
The question is this
hire a
legitimate curse or
sorcerer.
not? But no,
right.
he like
We're gonna
they
need an old priest, a young priest.
yeah, Raidichin. Yeah, right. Like yeah, some courier or whatever at some point from Raidichin like brings news saying like, hey, you know, to Lady Jenna, you know, to Sarum, and then it gets to you.
All right.
Yeah, he was killed in a raid. He died honorably, you know, and like stuff like that. But you know, it's,
How it goes.
yeah,
That's not great. I got to figure out who to give it to now.
so income wise, you're not gonna get the income.
Right, this is next year. This is 503's
Yeah.
Garrett's problem.
Yep. You get this year's one, but yeah, exactly. The following one's now going to be in flux. Okay, economic circumstances. I have conflict at 4 for both of you. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense.
So what do we need for that? We need stewardship and wilds.
I don't know why your conflict is raised by 4. That sounds like you were raided, but I don't think so.
Angara does not do good industry.
You're getting ahead. Peasants and justice.
Oh yeah, let's do justice.
Yeah. For some reason, I have Cholderton and Gunnet at 4 for conflict, and that doesn't make any sense to me. There's no way.
Was that from last year?
No. Maybe it got displaced, and maybe it was from last year. Yeah, there's no way. I'm getting rid of that because I'm overruling that. I don't think there was anything that deserved 4 this year. I could be wrong. Anyways, justice.
Yeah.
Let's test our justice. Erwin. A peddler, a farmer, an exchange of insults. The necromancer! We got the necromancer! Yes!
And that peddler again. An exchange of verbal insults.
Now, what if he's not actually a necromancer, like we've been saying? What if he's the father of a necromancer and therefore heir to some of his mysterious powers?
Or just he's riding around one of the villages and he just hears necro and he's like, what the somebody's, oh god, all right, this peddler and another farmer, exchange of insults. All right, Erwin's tired of dealing with these people. He's just gonna like leave it up to chance.
All right, test arbitrary and just.
This taint of necromancy is never going to be. It's because he rebuilt that shrine.
Yeah.
Every time you do something good. Now perhaps
it's just gonna
the necromancer is building a shrine, throw us off his tracks. It's a very clever move.
Arbitrary fails. And just fails.
Just cannot give a shit.
He just cannot
nothing. And so it remains tense and unresolved. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's when he finds out that Lady Great had an accident. He just like, ugh,
yeah,
leave this alone.
Well, if he is a necromancer, I say we leave it be for another decade or so and come back and revisit this issue then. Oh yeah, he's a necromancer, yes, but that doesn't mean he's a bad lord. Oh no, of course not.
They're used to it by now.
That's true. He may be a necromancer, but by all accounts, he's not a necromancer.
He's all necromancer.
You know what old Nan says? Better the necromancer you know than the one you don't.
Really? My Nan never says nothing.
Could be worse. Could be a vampire. That's Australian. I don't know what I don't know what I went. Oh God.
Right, gang.
Oh.
Attractive. Oh. And it has to do with my cousin.
Yeah.
An attractive and flirtatious widow. A rich farmer who offers you a librum to settle for him in exchange of insults.
Okay, I'm going to rule this fairly. The new Gareth. Old Gareth is a man of stuff.
Ride the lightning.
Look at that.
No
Failed.
fear. You are not arbitrary. You are just.
Can't help it. Can't help it.
When you
Can't help it, guys.
succeed, you get a 5, right? No, now you test. No, wait. We jumped the gun. You're fine. Let's just keep going with this, but this doesn't resolve on the metric of what you get in your peasants. This like affects your concern of peasants roll if that goes up or down.
Yes.
That's right. So concern of peasants goes up for you.
Yeah.
And now you test concern of peasants.
Okay. And what am I adding to concern?
That's a passion. It has a number. It's just a number. It's like a passion. And if you match it,
right,
it goes up by 1.
It goes up by 1. That's what I was asking.
Sorry.
Good.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Nope.
Failed
0.
spectacularly.
Nope. That's all right. Went up, but didn't help you. All right. Jim, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Now you test your concern.
Okay.
Look at that.
There it goes.
It is your necromancer. Because you pass, you succeed, you get -5 to this year's.
He's going to talk to Father, what's his name, Caradig, about getting him a icon of Saint Cyprian, the saint of necromancers.
Now, if you think about it, if he's a necromancer, he's hiding it, right? So we're actually less likely to be hit with the necromantic magic on account of him trying to hide it than someone accidentally coming along and accidentally hitting us with necromantic magic.
I was just sitting there in his hall listening to these peasants discuss it.
Yeah, because they're outside, but they're not quiet.
If you think about it, Jesus is a necromancer. I went Australian again. What the fuck? So you just have an Australian guy just chilling.
Mm-hmm. He brought him in from the future.
Names.
With his necromancy.
Fantastic.
It's just my voice.
Would my
the nature of my voice to think I'm a criminal.
It's not going to change this roll, but would my concern go down because I failed those 2 rolls? Just an option.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think that only impacts if you get a check to just,
gotcha.
And your thing goes up.
Gotcha.
You just think I'm a criminal because of my accent? Yeah, so you're good.
Cool.
No, typically your concern goes down because shit gets destroyed.
Sure.
Yeah. Like
that's
apiaries.
Yeah. They get mad at you. Bees.
They always get mad at you.
My bees.
All right. So for the record, Cholderton, you are rolling against a 5 for your misfortune today. And Gareth, you're just rolling against flat dice. You're rolling against a 10.
Love it.
All right. Gareth.
Steward. Fuck you, man.
Oh, man.
But I also fumbled.
Holy shit.
But I literally also fumbled.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It's like rain on your wedding day. That's what it means.
Thanks. Fumble is a meager harvest. So it's like
it's just poor.
Yeah. It's poor.
Unbelievable.
That's
unbelievable. This was supposed to be such a good year, and then your granary's full of bugs.
Literally the only way that guy fails is if he fucks it up completely. This NPC has never been established by name or characterized whatsoever.
Faceless steward.
I've just been paying every fucking year for his expertise. I lucked out with his skill.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
I can't believe I ever sat it. Do we want to know his name, or should he remain faceless?
Well, now he needs a name because he just fucked up. Yeah. Now I want to know who I'm yelling at.
Right. He's had no cause to attract your attention until now.
Yeah.
Gwern. Were you assigning him male, or do you want me to go with the rolled result?
Go ahead and roll
non-binary.
Okay.
Another one of our MB pals.
Okay. Gwern.
They have a worn look. I've rolled glasses and monocle. That's impressive.
It's like bifocals.
Yeah.
Bifocals, yeah.
Worn glasses. So far, very, very big steward energy. Very,
Big
very much.
steward energy.
Oh my god, they literally a wiry physique with a delicate face and rosy skin. Their voices slow.
Oh my god.
They have like a very like deliberate Eeyore like effect to them.
They're ponderous.
My lord, it is attendant upon me to apologize for the poor harvest which is afflicting the estate. And like Gareth is like, sorry.
What was that?
I hope you do not think poorly of me. Gwen, I can honestly say I don't think of you much at all.
Oh shit.
Beautiful.
Excellent. All right, here's
Let
Lady
me
Grace.
adding Gwen to the NPC list.
Ooh. She just got that 16 last year too. Sucks.
It's like I can't even like throw it back to Angarod because they're so much worse at stewardship.
That Lady Grades has gone up from a 3.
Mm.
I think that's when she first 3 or 4. Get +1 a year till 15.
Yeah, that's industry's at 3 now.
Nice.
Right, sorry. Okay. So you failed, and I need to roll.
Yeah.
Under 5.
That's another flub.
Tremendous.
Nature's just not feeling it this year.
You get a good harvest.
Good, nice.
You tripped into a good harvest, my dude.
Hey, I'll take it. She's not saying anything. She's just gonna pretend like she passes.
Yep.
How was the grain? What's the grain like in the granaries this year? Oh, it's fine.
This is like when I'm playing like
lowers
forcing
lowers
a
additional
new
monocle
video game, like, and then you just brute forcing a level. And you're like, I know I could do better, but like I passed next level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You win on a technicality.
It's like that took
I'll take it.
like 10 potions. All right, but I passed. I don't care.
Sure. I got it.
Yeah. It's like one of those situations. Yeah. It's like there was you inadvertently like flooded some field, but it's also then full of fish. And you're like, okay. You're like, all right, fine, man. I'll take it.
I've been playing a lot of Into the Breach, and the number of levels where I'm just like, yeah, I technically passed. Good enough for me.
Good enough.
Getting out of this one. Yeah. I appreciate how much you're into mechs this year.
Oh my god. No one will run the game for
me. By all accounts, we should be starving. It's like what they say.
All right.
Awesome. I believe we're on the least favorite part of the year, the most tense. Stable rolls.
Stable rolls. Do we not roll industry too?
I already did that.
Oh yeah, we have to finish our money
industry.
stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I completely schlubbed it. 1 second.
I get the industry.
I never finished it. Stuart. Yeah, right. So this was a normal. Oh, you failed.
Yeah, failed industry.
I saw a result. I still never fixed this because I'm a dummy. You go normal. Oh, you got a rich result, right?
Good harvest.
Good
harvest. So it's rich. Yes, yeah, so you actually get to live richly. Which means you're going to net yourself.
I don't want to live richly if I can help it.
Oh, you want to live normal? Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Then you're getting a -4 rebate. You basically make an extra 4. There we go. You are right.
I'm gonna roll a D4 for my D2.
I goofed.
That's a 1. That's for my apiary. Pays for itself. It's lucky cat.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I accidentally wrote down your lifestyle into Gunnits, and you literally fumbled. Right, Colin?
Yes.
But I also fumbled. So you go to impoverished. Lifestyle result though is poor.
Mhm.
And you want to live normal, right?
Yeah, nothing
Cool. So that's gonna cost
fancy,
you 2
but
at the end of the year.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Sorry about that. All right. Gareth, did you roll your industries and stuff?
Yep. Failed industry.
Okay. Your improvement expenses are 3. Well, I guess now 4 because of your stone circle now.
Well, hold on. My maintenance costs are 1, 2. I
Oh,
only
that's
have a
right. The
Dovecoat
other
and a
one was
Baliad.
that's right. The other
Yeah,
one was
but-
destroyed.
Yep.
But you also you paid for the stone stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
That's 10 right there, I think.
yeah, well that's an income. It's like standing stones, and so then it costs 1 a year as upkeep.
Got it. I'll add that.
Um,
Stone of the
I mean, you could always like let it go, but then all right, let me put it this way. You can pay a Libram a year to me to say that it can't get damaged in anything other than like a calamity act of God. If you don't pay for it, it's fair game by me, whatever I want to do.
Sure. Okay. This year I'll pay for it. And it's. Is there any glory associated with the standing stones?
It probably shouldn't it? You bought it. Yeah, let's give you
If it was a religious standing stone, it'd be 10 glory. A one-time bonus at 10.
Okay.
there you go. Let's give it one time.
Okay. No check to anything. Do we want to
have
just
not
mechanically make it the standing stones? Because it kind of
Yeah.
serves the same purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've posted this updated sheet. I think I've said numerous times that I need to clean this up and format it and style it before releasing, and I think I've been saying that since like September. Something like
Which the winter phase?
Yeah, the winter phase manor calculation sheet. I have a version set up, but this is like the Anarchy one I've been switching around to. I don't know. I like the rolling for your lifestyle stuff. I felt that differential is actually making a huge difference for me in the game. It forces you all to raid. I really like that.
Yeah. We'll change that once the era changes.
For sure. But
Mhm.
like this time seems right. Sorry. Cholderton, your expenses are I had 1 for last year. That can be right, but whatever. It's typically 3. Your apiary, probably your dovecote, and your standing
Lucky
stones.
cat.
Your lucky cat. This lucky cat doesn't give you money.
No. What are
This-
they?
I actually never factored it in. This lucky cat reduces your conflict, your calamity.
Oh. Cool.
Lucky cat continuously gives you -5 to your weathering your fate. So it's like a very good lucky cat.
Yeah.
So technically you would have rolled a 0 this year for misfortune.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so it's -5 to calamity.
Yeah.
I'll take that over 1 Libra.
I mean that's like 5 apiaries. Improvement income wise, I think you rolled the 2, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 for my apiary, so I think it just pays for itself.
Okay. With your dovecote too, I think you get 2 income then.
Mhm.
Other manorial income is 1. Miscellaneous income, anything you earn 2 from your raid.
And 2 from the raid. I got 1 from
The extra money from the Britwalda.
Yeah, Britt Walda gave us 1. Yeah, that's it that I've got.
That sounds right. Okay. Cool. And then you're getting 4 as payback from your lifestyle. So that's pretty sick. Building. I don't have anything as far as like buildings for you go or anything like that. But then you would be ending the year with 38 income. So plus 10 from last year.
Yeah, he hasn't built anything since the Anarchy,
Colin.
other than the finishing off the tower and stuff.
Colin, we're gonna get to your expenses in just a second. So you have your lifestyle result. You didn't earn any from your industry, right?
Yep.
Jim, did you earn from your industry?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Okay. Did you roll a D2?
I don't have a.
You just get the 1, and your fairy's also gone.
Technically, I have 1 for the Bailey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, your Bailey gives you money, or does it cost you money?
It gives me money, but it basically just balances it out.
+1, -1. Got it. Okay. You gain 3 for manorial income. You gain 2 for miscellaneous income. You get your 1 plus your additional 1 year from the Britwalda. And your expenses this year include what, like a bunch. So last year it had the standing stones. This year you're paying for the feast of 10.
That was 10. Euros. 10.
Okay. So you started the year with 39, and you're going to end the year with 27.
All right. Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
28 actually. Because you got your additional 1 from your aid. I didn't factor in. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I need to clean this sheet up and publish that. I'll work on that. He says, lying like a liar. Okay, cool. Money's done. Good stuff. Stables.
What if we just didn't this year?
No, this is really why everyone watches.
And this is this is so
fuck your characters. It's all about the horses.
Fucking horses.
Right, we're in the danger zone. Leggett, my charger, light of my life.
Oh shit.
You could have paid to live richly. They could have got the +3.
Oh, that's right.
No, he still would have died, right? It's a 1-4.
Oh yeah, it's true. He still would have died. Doesn't matter to you. All right, you lost your charger. Leggett,
my second ever horse.
At least your spouse rushes to you. Clearly they know a thing or two about also losing a beloved horse or animal.
True. They
and
18 right.
Yeah, and they don't know how you're you want to process it, but they do know how this is important. They're like, hey, I made you some soup and some tea if you want to hang out here.
Soup,
they're like it's cold, right? And they literally bring you a blanket and some a steaming mug of mulled wine or something like that, just to be like, hey, if you need anything.
The hardest part about
because you're probably just out in the stables.
It makes me think of my dog. Honestly, the mortality of animals is heartbreaking.
It is. Yeah. And we don't talk about it nearly enough, but you all fucking love your horses.
Oh God.
We have to take care of them. You got a horse. You take care of a horse every day.
Your horse is more important than anything you own.
It's the most expensive.
Every day. Yeah. You're there all the time.
Okay.
Horses and dogs.
Yeah.
Bert. You're good. Beetle Boy.
Oh, gotta roll.
Beetle Boy too. He's so young. My unusual horse. And I got 2 more, looks like. Next up is
by the way,
Julianus the mule. Julianus fucking dies.
What the fuck happened to you?
I thought it was just on a 1.
No, it's
Yeah, 40 on each horse.
It's just
On a
one.
1, they die unless they're older than 7.
Unless you're older. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I think we changed it from
Okay,
whatever it was.
Good. So, Christ. All right. And then finally,
No,
Morgan,
Leggett-
my workhorse.
Leggett has carried your unconscious fucking bleeding ass out of so many battles.
Yep.
If there is a heaven, Leggett is there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Let's
So,
see.
for the record, yeah, those 2s are safe because we misread the thing.
Yep. So, the only one who
God.
dies is Leggett.
Yeah. It's
Or
standard.
Leggett. All right.
That's tough. By the way, like if you have unusual horses and you want to breed them, let me know. When you,
Oh, no.
This would be. I think that would be part of the stable rules, right?
Okay.
15. So these are the ones I don't name. All right, 5 horses.
If you don't give them names, they live longer.
They do. So donkey dies.
Reverse Chekhovs. If you deliberately not name something, it will last longer.
Yeah. Siagrius donkey dies.
Of course.
Um,
Anytime you spitefully name something, it dies the next year.
right. Then the Sumpter, Roundsea, Zephyr, and Jupiter. Jupiter's good, although he is rolling. That would be a 13 for Jupiter. He is
-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I roll from the bottom up to get me used to it. I don't start with my good ones.
No, you can't.
I just can't handle it. I gotta get used to it. build
Not
up the,
anymore. The stakes are too high.
oh my god. Yeah, stakes are way too high.
Love it.
Oh
Man.
Yeah,
So-
this is the tensest part. Like
It is. Because it
I can
works
always
the
find
next
another.
year.
I can always get married again.
Get married. I can play another character. But
But these horses.
These horses.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. What's next? Family roles.
yeah, member improvement.
All right.
Done.
Don't worry about family events. I take care of that. Training and practice, then
Training and
glory.
practice.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything remember the skills are less than 15, they bump up by 1 for training. If they're 16 to 20, it's a D6 on a 6.
Yeah, that's for lady grades. So stewardship. Yeah, it does not increase. But industry
Oh
does.
no, it needs a 6. Damn. All right.
It's a 1.
Oh, it does improve. Yeah.
Increased by 1. Oh, never mind. Sorry, but increased by 1 on a roll of 6. Never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right.
I was playing too much D&D.
I'm gonna bump horsemanship again this year. I think I'm trying to keep up with Angarod.
I'm increasing orate because I've rolled it way too much the last few.
You're in a leadership position now.
Yeah.
And someone brought this up in the comments, and I wanted to mention it, is that in a lot of ways, what I see these skill rolls in Pendragon, they're less aptitude and more just how likely things go well for you.
Suitability.
Yeah. How it's received, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
You can wear a nice suit. The suit is nice. But if you go to the pool wearing a nice suit, it's not suitable for the context.
Yeah. No, I mean, I assume that's every time that Erwin's flubbed an orate, it's less like that. The words that I say he says didn't come out of his mouth. It's more, I can't control the tenor, the context.
Yeah.
Control
I
what
would-
other people hear.
I would love if role-playing culture generally and D&D role-playing culture specifically got over the failure means an embarrassment, or
God,
even
yes.
a nat 1 means an embarrassment.
You hit
I'm
yourself
so
with your
tired.
sword. Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks. It sucks hard.
Low key, it is like one of the weirdest things to me, considering the number one like touchstone for everyone's D&D thing is like superhero movies. And like you never see a superhero like stumble that way, right? It's always like a failure in a superhero is exactly what you would expect, right? Like someone gets in the way, like you have to save an innocent instead of hitting the bad guy at that moment. Like that's your miss, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's a real paucity of imagination because
Yeah.
it's like there's way more than just abject embarrassment that
That's-
can go wrong for
but
you.
like that's everyone's touchstone, and they're ignoring the touchstone. And then they go for like slapstick. That's what makes it so weird.
And
Yeah,
then-
exactly. It's like very like
I almost want to
I don't
forgive
know.
it because the combat praxis of D&D is that a failure is nothing happens, right? When you
Yeah.
miss, nothing happens. And so it's, I guess, easy to port that into the non-combat side where it's like, oh, I failed, so nothing happens. And if that nothing is in the context of having a conversation, but still, fuck it. No, I'm done with it. I never,
Right.
if anyone out there who's going to DM for me, I will hit you with a sock full of ball bearings if you do that in a game.
Yeah, for real.
That's it.
That's it.
I feel I it's funny because like I know we should also keep going because we're also over time and all, but like I've certainly have felt that I swing the other way sometimes too much, but I think it's fine. Like I don't provide enough opportunity for you to reflect with failure and like direct failure. It's like a lot of maybe it's like my PBTA brain where like or like Blades in the Dark brain where like giving harm is sort of like the least interesting consequence for failures, and that sometimes I almost like
You also
don't
have a
always bring it.
tendency to look backwards. You want to complete the sort of procedure and then look back to justify what it meant.
sure. Oh yeah, all the
And
time.
having failure is something you have to pre-contextualize. This, if you roll this, then this happens, right? And I think that's where your personal tick comes from in that regard.
Sure. Well, I think though a lot. Well, Burning Wheels kind of taught me that where like I have to anticipate what failure is before I roll, because like you're supposed to like know that. I feel like that's a big part of it, but also I think I'm also really good at pretending that I'm doing that because I don't actually like prep too many consequences. I don't think. I just think I got good at making it look like I prep a lot of consequences.
Yeah, I think it's a skill you build up. D&D,
Yeah.
unfortunately, is like meaningful failure, meaningful consequences, and then zero examples of what
None.
that looks like. None.
Well,
Really
role-playing
throws-
is a
hangs you out to dry.
conversation.
But here's some feats.
Right, here's some feats. We got a whole book of them. Here's some more subclasses for you.
You're
You-
D&D. I'm just here.
They're like, oh god,
Stories.
they're like they're looking through the they're looking through the zoo, being like, what kind of animal folk can we put in here to appease these people this time?
Right.
We're
Can't
running
put a
out. We're running out.
chapter on
Raccoon folk.
failure.
Yeah, no, don't ask us about conversations. Here's the raccoon folk. Look how
Don't
cool
ask
they are.
about that.
like whatever.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Anyways,
Every role player's favorite
Yeah.
pastime, making fun of
no-
D&D.
yeah. No,
Making
nowhere
fun
part
of a game that they will play.
That they
Oh
will
yeah,
play.
like in a heartbeat.
I'm gonna play
In a
tomorrow
heartbeat.
and
Yeah.
get
Like-
later this week.
yeah. Nowhere.
It's like what I say about Destiny. I hate it. It's my favorite game.
Right. Only play it 3 times a week.
Nowhere quotes Austin Walker when they said it's not that you're bad at doing X, it's just that you didn't plan for Y.
Yes, that's a great way to look at it.
That's a great way of looking at it.
Fucking A.
Love it. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's calculate glory.
Anyways,
Yeah, what do you got? I'm 65-32.
How are I'm not catching up. I'm 6240.
What's your annual?
All right.
Do you calculate your annual?
Yeah, my annual is 70.
the next time I played Traveler, the calculating glory is absolutely the name of the ship.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your annual?
127. Passions, traits, and then you get to add the value of your holdings.
Ooh. Ooh.
What? Hello?
It's on the annual glory awards, traits, chivalry, holdings, and then I looked in the rule book. It's like, yeah, you get to add the value of your holdings.
I thought that was
So like, are you adding
uh,
10 for each of those that you own?
I am adding what is it?
If you
say?
directly own them, if
Yeah.
you are okay, if you directly own them, not that you are you
Not for all your
in fief
vassals and
them.
everything.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
in
I
fief
thought it
places
was-
don't give you glory, you get money.
I
and a
thought that
dude.
was for things we built in the manor that had an annual.
Where does
Yeah.
it say that? I mean, I could
That's
be
what
wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's what that means too, because like certain things give you extra glory that way.
Unfortunately, I only have one thing that gives me annual glory, and it's power.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna audit my traits. 'cause
I'm
they
due
have
for an
shifted
audit.
a bit. Yeah,
I'm not
but
auditing
still,
that shit. That sounds
that's not.
look.
It's still not gonna get me close to 120. Fuck, that makes so much more sense.
I will generate 20 years of some throwaway NPC's life. I will never audit your glory sheet. Okay.
No, that's fine.
I
mean, that's where
draw
I'm cheating the most. So
Yeah.
just
Like,
keep
it's-
I'm pretty great. Plus
Like-
50 glory.
You all, it's like when it comes to like the final actual calculations of glory, like you all are so close to dying all the time that it's so wild that it's like keep meticulous records of your glory to the very single point.
I
But
like
also-
I like the only reason I'm meticulous about glory is because it is a way for me to engage with my character sheet, which as Grant says, a good RPG has you engage with every part of your sheet.
Yeah.
And I'm engaging with my sheet, so that in itself is pleasurable, and it's also the only time I take notes.
Yeah.
So like
It's-
in next year, when we've done another 10, 20 years in game, I'll be able to look back at Sir Gareth's sheet and have a pretty good idea of what happened.
That's so
Yeah, true.
interesting. I feel that's like lost on experience points. That's just hell yeah, glory. Good job, Greg Stafford. I like that. Yeah, I forgot. It literally makes you track it. So it's like no, you remember what you
He
did.
calls it a chronicle. If that's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be. And I imagine that giant book that fucking Lannister was writing in the Kingsguard. Like, here is
Yeah.
Sir Gareth Winterborn Gunner. Here is his life. Here are his accomplishments. And the moments between are lost. And there's real tragedy to that too. The moments between are lost. I could write a fucking essay about how poignant that
They're
is,
lost, yeah.
intended or not.
We've done an episode. We've done some time where we ran through our actual glory awards, the events that did it. Because I know on the regular character sheet, there's those lines for it, just what year and how much glory. I keep note of it, and I also take a bunch of other notes.
Yeah, you're scrupulous with notes.
Yeah.
It's
the only way I'll remember
I
anything.
don't. That's contributing to why I don't do notes.
That's fine. All you need is one person doing it.
I'm the Jeff Bezos to your.
Sure. What's
No,
his name?
Jeff Bezos.
That other guy.
That metaphor was lost immediately.
Close.
Okay, so I'm
All
going to audit, but I still think you're
Audit.
just outpacing me with the annual recurring stuff.
He's got a lot in passions. Like he's got
Yes,
70
I believe that.
alone in passions,
Yo,
plus two
that's-
traits above 16.
Zamil brings up a great point, and that your glory is also your longest lasting thing. It goes to your kids,
It's gonna go. Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
A tenth of it.
It is a
Gorthrin's gonna
thread.
get a bumper of at least 620 when he
When
takes
you
his
kick,
oaths.
yeah.
Yeah,
650.
that's 5. That's like 2 battles, and they're across the first threshold. They're into that 2,000 range.
Yeah.
It's all of this is in service to making each character have less and less time that they're only drawing one card at feasts. That's
Essentially.
essentially racing to 2 cards at feasts.
Right. I know technically it's sort of like initiative and precedence, but I think with just 2 players, that's fine.
Yeah, like you don't have
I
to
can see if
worry.
you had a bunch of people playing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then the priority and all that kind of stuff matters a lot more. But with just
more
2, it's like
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Next year.
That's why sometimes in the years. Yeah. Really?
4-0 for us both.
Yeah. Next year it'll be
Yeah.
40.
Wow. Wowzers.
Mhm.
Yeah. And just so you know, we are probably a little bit more, about halfway ish through Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
So like you're going through.
I
Roughly?
expect the back half's going to be
Rough.
Yeah.
way worse. These Saxons seem like
Yeah.
they're getting their shit together.
So you all are running
are.
through.
I think we're going to be on the receiving end of a mere cred, right? Like
Oh yeah.
Uther went out against the Saxons, and I think the Saxons are coming out against us next. I think that's
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
horizon.
It's hard not to metagame because it's also like Bodden Hill hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Right. You know, like there's
I've got a whole bookshelf of fucking grad school shit with all the spoilers I could want.
right. I don't know much, but I know there's a giant shadow of shit coming our way.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's fun to lean into like the dramatic irony of not knowing sometimes. I find that I do that a lot with my Oath of Endosteel game because I know a lot of random ass BattleTech lore, and I just think it's very fun. So like if you know some stuff, like I trust you all like entirely and complicitly to not be like ruining this game for us.
Someone in chat picked up that I was kind of conspicuously doing the Oathstone in the river to be like, oh, it's like a table and it's kind of round. It's like, that's on purpose.
I think that's good. That's a very nice nice flair to
and
it.
people like don't like and in this context at this time they don't quite get it like what it is that you're doing, right? Because it's just a little too early. You're like one of those bands that just came out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Gareth fully appreciates what he's espousing either. He's just kind of tired and beat up. So much of this is him having been beaten up by his own ambitions that he's casting himself into this ideological stance that he doesn't fully get and is not fully germinated for the world.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how much this game can cause Colin to go into philosophy.
It's great. The whole point about the feasts and the way the tables are arranged and how it's literally hierarchical and how the round table is a negation of that is
we say it a lot, but like the table, in order for the importance of the circle of like the circular table is that you have to see a square table first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think
We're
you
going
said
through
that.
the
Colin.
shit.
Yeah. You need the square table.
Yeah, you have to see it.
That's the stuff that is so often lost in representations of the Thurion, right? What we see now in media of like King Arthur, we don't have a very strong sense of the kinds of things that these writings were directly reacting to, and we can't recreate those, but we can try and recontextualize them.
For real, this game's good.
Yeah, it's very good. I think chat's already kind of alluding to something about the Anarchy period as well, is that part of the Anarchy period is supposed to be a lot more magic has returned to Britain. And we already have, like, as a group collectively, was like, magic is sort of the, post hoc justification of like events told in the stories, and it's a little more not directly touching. So I've deliberately tuned down a lot of like the Forest Sauvage kind of parts of this game.
Yeah,
I
always found it
about
like
sorry.
I was gonna say, if Erwin ever needed to retire, I was just gonna have him go off in search of his own questing beast.
Yeah,
just to like chase down a fairy hill or something.
I'm not gonna rob you of the sick ass fucking Arthuriana like greatest hits though. I'm not a villain. But it
just doesn't
feel
right for now in the game, right? Like it
It's
doesn't feel fairy tale-ish yet.
Yeah, because right now we made the conspicuous choice early on that the supernatural was an otherness, right? There's the material world where we live, and then there's this otherness. And that otherness can be actual, right? It could literally be magic over here. Or it could be metaphor, right? That's what we call magic because we don't really know what's going on. But it's still separate from the day-to-day, and that was important.
Yeah.
When those two start to meet, that's different. That's when we get the high magic. But that's a different mode that we need to sort of switch into. That just doesn't happen.
And
we brush up against
and I try to do that. Like the descent into the magical is like, it's through the wardrobe. It's like there's a part where like, the sky gets a little weirder. There's more myth. Like there's deliberately this cessation from like there is a circle and you break through the circle kind of logic of this. And that's exactly what I try to do.
Yeah.
With horror and just general magic, right? Philosophically, I don't think there's a difference between horror and magic because like it's the representation of you have a model of the world, and the model of the world is broken because there is knowledge that is actually there that you would never have known, and which means there is more to the world that you could have ever have known. And that's what horror is to me, is the idea that like there's literally like, you know, your frame of reference is wrong, is what horror says, right? And that is what magic is. Magic is saying fuck your frame of reference. Otherwise, it's science. Yeah.
I have thoughts about that, but they're much longer, and we should probably wrap.
We should wrap up. But yeah, I'm sorry. We got off on a tangent, which is okay.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah, and I just want to appreciate you all being willing to reschedule, and obviously chat. Thanks for plenty of new faces here, some old faces back too, and this is a different day, and you all still show up for the show, and that's awesome. So thank you, and thank you for your support. Thanks for your chats. We appreciate everything you come here for. I hopefully you all get to play Pendragon in your own channels and your own lives.
Do it.
So awesome, everybody.
Yeah.
Jim, what are you doing?
What
are you doing this week?
Oh gosh, I'm all over the place. So you can check out our main YouTube channel, WebDM, where we talk about things. We also have a new podcast, WebDM Talks, which is actually where our long form stuff is migrating to. Easier to just listen to an hour of us jabber than watch a video of it. So switching to a more shorter form on the YouTube channel, and WebDM Talks is our podcast, which I think is like everywhere. We're already killing it on Apple, the charts, which is weird for me because I don't usually think about that stuff. But anyway, that's where we're at. Also playing the Dark Eye. You can catch that on our Twitch channel, I believe, Tuesdays. And yeah, that's about it for me.
Beautiful. No, I love it, and also I thought your stuff on tables and stuff like that, like your new format's cool.
It's really working for us. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you.
Speaking of things that are working.
Hi, I'm Colin, Mr. Cool Guy. You can find me on Twitter at Colin@LikeIC, doing RPG and RPG adjacent stuff. I write some RPGs sometimes and put them on itch.io. And more recently, I have a blog now, The Admixture of Other Means on Blogspot, which I finally made it so people could subscribe to. Apparently, that's something you have to manually enable. So, go me, I'm figuring it out as I go. So I'm going to drop those links in chat. Check me out on any of them. And just, I don't know, read or don't. I'm not your boss.
Yeah. Hey. Love it. That's awesome. And yeah, and you know me. I just want to say that this week has been kind of a weird week for me. Like work was asking a lot from me this week. So sorry we had to reschedule, and I really appreciate you all were willing to accommodate that. So I super do. And yeah, I appreciate it. If you catch me streaming, let's see, I'm probably playing Rogue Tech at some point. So if you see me playing stuff, I'm just playing BattleTech. If I'm not doing that, probably you're interested in when I'm doing my next Pendragon prep, which I like to do on the weekends. It will probably be like, I'm sorry I don't have like a fixed schedule for when I want to do prep. It's kind of just when it is, but it's typically a Saturday or a Sunday morning. And if you miss it, I try to do my best to have it on YouTube before the next episode on Monday, which I think we're having, even though it's Thanksgiving week. I just want to make sure we're not to put anyone on the spot, like roughly.
I didn't even know it was going to be Thanksgiving next week.
That's fair. What is time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What is time? Yeah, I'm down to play next week.
Okay, cool. Nice. All right, so then we'll see you in a short amount of time. Yep, this weekend, prep and more stuff. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Take care.